I kind of have the Clippers on the up. They went into
Okay.
Boston and had a fantastic win on Saturday. Kawhi was great. They were absolutely stifling on defense in that game against Boston. They're one of that is about as impressive as we have seen a team play the Celtics all year. Kawhi was great. The Clippers clearly really big time showed up for that game in a way that was telling. Boston had an offensive rating in this game of 82.2. That's like 1950s basketball levels of listlessness. It is so far below league average competency that it's astounding.
George
And some of that is
Mike
just like
ass offensive rating.
Yeah, JJ Redick is slandering the families of teams that put up offensive ratings like this. Like that's just where it happens. But like they weren't good. They didn't. It wasn't even that they turned the ball over a lot either. The Celtics like relatively didn't turn like pretty good turnover rate in this game. Mm-hmm. The Clippers defense was just that good.
So this is, I was going to sneak in a segment we are wanting to get off the ground and forgot to prep here. The best win and worst loss of last week. To me, this was going to be my pick for the best win of the week.
100% has to be.
What's crazier about it, even on top of all the things you pointed out that were just so lopsided, is Boston was not only the home team, they had the rest advantage. The Clippers had played in Toronto the previous night. So the Clippers came in on the second night of a back-to-back. Toronto to Boston's not like the shortest flight in the world. It's real travel. It's not like they were in LA for 2 games or something, right? And blew both teams out. They blew the Raptors out, not as impressive, by 20. They turn right around the next night in Boston, blow them out by 19. To me, and the Clippers were the team we wanted to highlight, I think, obviously, as we're in it now. This team is piling up wins like this. I think it was a double-digit win over the Thunder. We're talking almost 2 weeks ago now on a Tuesday night on TNT. Same night as the Jokic Embiid game. They, last weekend, on January 20th, had that 22-0 run to close out a win in Brooklyn with Russell Westbrook at center, basically, playing tiny down the stretch of that game to match Brooklyn's lineup flexibility. They win that one. And then this 19-point win over Boston. Like, what I was going to have when we were going to do these tiers last episode was like, this is a contender hiding in plain sight, was going to be my top level thing about the Los Angeles Clippers. But they're third in net rating right now. If you don't think that they're a real legitimate contender at this point, you are just sort of lying to yourself. You're just a hater of the injury problems or the load management, or you don't believe in James Harden, or you're tired of Russell Westbrook, or whatever it is. It's not based in fact, because this team's doing everything. They're acing every single test to prove that they can absolutely win the title right now.
Mm-hmm. Full stop, this is a contender. Full stop, this is a team that can come out of the West. Just if you're not, I agree with you 100%. If you don't think that, you're just lying to yourself. If you don't think the Clippers are capable, then I don't think you understand what's going on here. The Clippers have every ingredient I think you could want as far as a bona fide championship contender. They have every single thing. They check every single box as far as championship contenders go. And, dude, Kawhi, my God. That fucking guy is playing, I think, as well as he's maybe ever played. Is that crazy to say? Like, it is maybe not like San Antonio Kawhi in terms of athleticism or anything, but you look at the efficiency, you look at how he manages himself.
Don't we say that every time he plays?
Don't
we say that every time he's healthy? We're like, damn, he's doing it again. It's like, I think this just kind of is what Kawhi is. I know that like the shooting is on another level. That's for sure. You're right.
Yeah. The efficiency and like how deadly that makes him and what that is allowing for them to do is just like, I don't know how anyone in the West is guarding this.
He's shooting 45% from deep and 56% from 2. So that's like what he was doing when he was just a role player. It kind of actually is what he was doing in San Antonio. The difference is he's the absolute best guy on the court every night rather than like the fourth.
And like he's like a historically good mid-range guy. And like it's the funniest part about this is it's not even like the best he's ever been at mid-range, but it's 48%. Last year he's at 51%. and he's like he hit this level though. The last year he played 74 games with the Spurs in 16-17. He shot 49% from mid range, which that's fucking absurd. He's at 48% this year. It's a full like 7 years later, and he's just still capable. He's also 79% at the rim.
Because he's strong as hell. I mean, like he's just impossible to deal with. I think we've geeked out about Kawhi 100 times already doing this podcast for not even a year together, and I say it every time we do. He makes you play the way that he wants the game to be played. It's why he gets the Michael and Kobe comps, because those guys did that, and he can. Honestly, the Celtics game, though, what impressed me about that one, I think they had 26 fast break points. They were running. And you would never have said that about a James Harden team in the past. You would never have said that necessarily about a Kawhi Leonard team all that often. They don't even play small anymore. Like, that used to be what the Clippers were known for, right? Is they have Batum to go to at center, or, you know, we thought when they got PJ Tucker, oh, they're going back to it. No, they have 3 legitimate high-level centers, and one of them at least has been hurt most of the year, so they haven't had all 3. We'll see if they keep them all past the deadline, but between Tyson, Plumlee, and Zubats, they're huge. You wouldn't necessarily think they're going to run being huge, but they just can do everything. They can beat any kind of team, and it's because of, mostly led by Kawhi, they just make you play their game. Boston was getting no penetration against them going downhill. It felt like every shot was a lift. And then on the other side, you're watching and you're like, Kawhi just gets where he wants to go. Harden just gets to his step backs. How's Paul George wide open for 3? Russ is playing like a lunatic, playing like the freaking Tasmanian devil, and actually kind of being like a power forward center like we've always wanted him to be. Like, I think they're one wing away. Amir Coffey is a leaky, loose part of their rotation. Maybe they just trim him off and they just play 7-8 guys most nights in the playoffs. That would worry me a little bit given their injury history. But if they can improve that even a touch, and they can do like a PJ Tucker plus Bones Highland or PJ Tucker plus Kobe Brown type of trade, I might even have them as the favorites. Like, I feel that good about them right now.